So good day everyone. So today we will gonna do the task to the setting up Windows Server 2016. And I am Matthew L. Amparo and this is my partner.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Mario.
And we will do the task now. Um we already downloaded the ISO file because it is too big. The file size is too big. It it is 6 gig and we're gonna install the Windows Server 2016 in the Oracle VirtualBox. So we will gonna open the VirtualBox and so we're gonna start.
What's my first step, Matt?
So this one we're gonna mount choose this file.
Okay.
So this file, the Windows Server 2016 this file. So we're gonna open this. So we're gonna choose this one. Then we're gonna start. So it's already running.
Mm.
The ISO file that we mounted is next. Install now. So we gotta choose this operating system, this version.
Mm.
So accept, next. So custom. Then this we will install the Windows Server in this drive. Then we click next and let's just wait for the install to be done.
Kailangan
So
dyan
it's
mo ano,
taking
no?
time.
Ay,
Sasa?
kailangan dyan mo ka ng pre ano Kay
Asa?
taas, dugay kay siya ma-install.
Oo.
Sa mga, like, sa mga device is, di na kaya sa mga 4 gig RAM lang, di ba?
Oo, si sir.
So, bawal di sa kuha day. Kailangan dyan na mag-upgrade.
Pray na.
Asa, basig magdag, wala, guba ang PC. Ano ba si sir?
Magali po. Sige lang, good. Naman ko.
May na lang gani.
So, it's restarting. Then, the Windows is starting now. Yun. Sa may mo gusto na password, Ron?
Ano, sige, natawag niyo sa kuha gani. Ronnie
Talang.
Baloney.
Ronnie.
Baloney with the rice.
R- Ronnie Baloney.
Ronnie Baloney with the rice.
Yan.
With the baon.
Ronnie Baloney. Ikaw lang. Finish. Ay nga. Amparo Malyo na lang. Amparo Malyo. Ay. Amparo Malyo. Amparo Malyo. Sir,
Di na dawaton.
even tawaton.
Ronnie Baloney with the rice with the baon. Right. Ano daw? Like,
Malyo
ano daw?
21.
Kasi,
Malyo 21. Uy! You know?
yo! Kage
So
body.
let's press Control Alt Delete to unlock the lock screen. Ay, hindi sa ko Yeah. So let's put the password word. Ronnie. Ay. Amparo Malyo 21. Ay. Amparo Malyo 21. What?
No, no caps lock.
Oh, kapsak to.
Try daw delete caps lock daw. Sige daw.
Lah, Amparo. Malio. 21. Ay, incorrect.
Like, delete daw capital. Gina-capital nimo.
Capital man.
Try lang daw di
Amparo.
capital.
Sige lang. Ako po. Yun, oh.
Yan.
Ah,
Gi-capital nimo. Like, delete daw capital letter.
capital. Manggod ba? Amparo. Malio.
Try lang daw delete
21.
capital.
Na ano na ako eh.
Try nimo. Ano kaya? I forget the password. I forget the password na lang dito ani. Dili na siya pwede i-try usab. I-try. Sabi kita, bago lang natin naghimo ba nakalimutan ta. Pero mao to ba? Ronnie Amparo 21 man to yung gibutang good.
Ronnie Amparo ba ito?
Ay, Amparo Ron
Amparo Malio man to.
Mali. Oo, Mali.
21. Ah, incorrect. Itong gibutang na ako. Malio. 21. Mo man eh. Patay. So we gonna try to reset it. Baka nga to eh. Sabo na to be.
Sige, sige.
Format. So, dito na naman tayo.
Ito naman.
Amparo, Malyo, 21. Okay?
Oh, sige, sige.
Kala ka?
Oo.
Amparo, Malyo, 21. Finish. So, ito na-delete.
Eh,
Dati, napid na ako maano.
Paano mo?
Sa kuha naman nun siya mo, ano, magawas ng task manager.
Dili siya ma-double click space. Delete yun eh.
Wait lang. Yati.
Press Control Alt Delete on unlock.
Sa kuha siya magawas. Wait lang. Hmm? Nako po.
Mm. Try na lang nato usab daw.
Wait lang. Tama ko, na-press ko ganina ba?
Ah,
Ah. Ah. Settings. Wait lang.
yeah. Yeah. Hey, jud siya.
Sa Coab. Buang eh. Mana jud. So it's done, and yeah. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys for
Thank you
watching.
guys for watching.
Hello, good day everyone. Today we will gonna configure the Windows Server 2016, and my name is Matthew Amparo, and my
My
partner
name is
is,
Dave Gubaton.
and let's
Eh,
go to the for the configure of the server. So we gonna click the devices menu, then insert the gas addition CD image. So it is inserted. Then we're gonna go to the Explorer, then this PC, then click the CD image. Then we will gonna install this one. So next, next,
it has a lot
install.
of install.
So let's wait for the, then it's done. Then we're gonna reboot the server.
It's very easy to reboot the server.
Yes, sir. So control delete. Then let's input the password. It's done. So we're gonna change the server name. So first, local
What will be
server.
the name, Mr. Amparo?
Wait a minute. Uh,
I see. Sorry, Mr. Amparo. I was a bit
and
hasty.
I don't know the name, but we're gonna. So PH for Philippines and DC for Davao City. To indicate. HTC um, E01. So it's done. Then we're gonna restart it. Eh, mali pala.
What's wrong, Mr. My partner?
Mali. PHDC, ADC, P, Gov, 1. Okay. So the next step is to change the IP address. Then we're gonna go to we're gonna open the network and the sharing center. Then click Ethernet. Then properties. Then click this. Then we're gonna copy the IP address shown from the screenshot. Then 255 2550 and 10 and 127.0.0.1 then 8888 then okay. So we're gonna open a command prompt to ping the DNS server we inputted. Oh, it's not.
So what's next, Mr. Sir Partner?
Uh,
We're going
wait,
to check
wait a
the
minute.
IP address.
Let's check the IP address again because it's not working. So we will restart it. Let's try. Can click. So yeah, it's working now. We're gonna ping the DNS server in the command prompt again. So let's try. We gotta start it again. So the computer name is okay. Then the Ethernet DNS is okay. Then the next step is on how to add a router server. Then we're gonna go manage, add roles and features. Then next. Then next. Next. So we're gonna click the DHCP server. Then add features. To next. Next again. Next. So we're gonna click this. Yes. Then install. So let's wait for the installation to be done. So it's a success. So it's gonna close it, and this one, what we installed, the HCP server. So it's done, guys, and thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. We've learned many things.
Next time again. Thank you.
Para gapon. Iingon
Ah.
akong kung sa antas.
Uh, Good day, everyone. So today we're gonna do the task 4, and I am Matthew Alemparo, and this is my partner.
Dave Gubaton. We are going to show you the setup activity in the directory domain service. That is our task 4. So let's start.
So, let's go.
As you can see, there is a video provided. This was the tutorial.
Tutorial, and we're gonna follow the instructions given. So we're gonna do the role-based or feature-based installation. Then click next. So we're gonna select active directory domain services, or in short ADDS. So add features, then click next. Then next again. So we're here at the ADDS screen. So let's watch again the tutorial, guys.
In the video, there are roles, as you can see.
So next, then let's click the install. Then let's just wait for the progress to be done.
When
So it's done.
completing the installation, you can see there is a notification. Besides the manage, there's a there's a you have to click the promote the server in the notification. The partner will demonstrate.
So I'm gonna click the promote the server. Then back to the tutorial.
You can see we're creating a new domain, the IT Flea.
So we're gonna close, then add new forest, then the domain name will be CCS. Right, Dave?
Yes, 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 Matthew.
Okay, so when I click next, so oh no, so ccs.com, ccs.com, is this right? So we're gonna try the ccs.com for the root domain name. Should be unique and fully qualified. Corp.ccs.com. Oh, so done. So we're gonna choose the server, Windows Server 2016, both of them. Then we're gonna check this box, these two boxes, both of them. Then we gonna put password. Dave, what you want password? That's easy to recall.
Um,
How about our family names?
no.
Is that okay?
Let's try. I love you, IC.
I love UIC. Okay.
Yes.
I love UIC. Ay. Or I love CCS. How about
No,
that?
no.
I
CS
love
is good.
uppercase or lowercase?
Let lowercase.
Lowercase, okay. I love I love CCS. I love CCS. So we click next. Strong powers uppercase. So we need to the password need uppercase letters, then lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. So how about our family names?
Family names is good.
Amparo, Button. Uppercase letter for the first letter of our family name.
Yes,
Then
yes.
what's your favorite number, Dave?
Number 7.
7, okay. 7, then exclamation point. Is that okay?
Yes, that is fine.
7-1. So it's Amparo, Gubaton, 7, exclamation point. Is that alright?
Yes, because it's easy to remember.
Why I can't click next? So gonna try it again. Think there's a bug. Why I can't confirm the password. Oh no.
Uh, how about let's try more simple?
No,
Maybe because the number.
I can't confirm the password. Look at the red asterisk. Oh no.
What was the requirement again? Not the password.
Uppercase and lowercase letters, then symbols and numbers. Ton 7-1. Oh no, we need to. ccs.com. So click next.
try more short password.
Okay. How about AMPGUB 7
That's
exclamation point.
yes,
The
yes, that's
first three
fine.
letters of our family name.
That's fine.
Like this one. AMPGUB
That
7.
is more easy.
AM AMPGUB 7 1. AMPGUB. Oh no. Okay. So we click next. So what's the next step? So click next. So default name for the domain name. The next. So we're gonna view the script. Looks okay. Is it look okay, Dave?
Yes, it's okay. I
Okay,
don't see any error.
so we can click next. So the prerequisite checks has passed successfully. So the tutorial said that we we need to rerun the prerequisite check. So let's rerun it. So let's just wait. So on the second run, it also passed the prerequisite checks successfully. So we're gonna click install. Then we will gonna wait. And it will restart. So the server was successfully configured as a domain controller. So we click next. So it's gonna restart the system. Then we're gonna wait for to complete. So it's done. So let's insert control delete. As you can see, you notice that the username has been CCS backslash administrator. So we're gonna input our password. So as you can see that the ADDS and the DNS has been added and it's done. Then see you for the next video. Dave?
Yes. See you next video in the task 5.
And thank you for watching, guys. So good day, everyone. Today we will gonna do the task 5. My name is Matthew Alamparo and my partner is
My name is Steve Gubaton. We're going to start the task 5, the downloading and installing Windows 10. So we'll begin.
again the installation. Then we will follow the tutorial. So
See the part 1, the downloading of Windows 10. So we're going to go to Google search. See, there's the results. The first result, download 10 Microsoft.
so we need to download the Windows 10 installation media, Dave. So we gonna download tool now.
Well,
It's a bit lag.
it is going to install again. Oh, there's dogs.
So let's start. And it's done. So
The setup will show. The one doesn't set up. It is going to be a terms and condition. Very easy.
so we need to install the Windows 10 in our host computer and not from the virtual machine. So we click accept. How do I? So let's wait for the installation to complete. So let's click the second option stating that create installation media for USB, flash drive, DVD, or ISO file for another PC. So we click next. Then click next again. So it's okay, Windows 10. Then we're gonna click the ISO file
It's a file. Yes.
for our what do you call this, the virtual machine. Then we click next. Then we're gonna save these in our desktop for easy access. Then we're gonna wait for the download to complete the Windows 10 ISO so we can install it in our virtual machine. So let's just wait. So it is creating the Windows 10 media. So the installation is finished. I mean the download and the progress. So next we need to create a new VM and install Windows 10 recently. So we're gonna install the Windows 10 in our virtual machine or the VM. So gonna shut down this Windows Server 2016. So power off the machine. Then click new. Then click export mode. So the name will be Windows 10 VM. So the same name, 2 MB. And we're gonna create. So we're gonna leave the default location for the virtual box. Then we're gonna use 80 gig also. So create. So it's already created. Then let's mount the Windows 10 ISO in our virtual machine. So we click settings, then storage, then this one. Let's choose optical. This file, then add, then desktop, then this Windows 10 ISO. We attach that ISO. So choose, then click the network. Network. We choose the not network, then okay, so we're gonna start the virtual machine. So let's try if it's working. So here we are at the Windows setup. So we will gonna install the Windows 10 in our virtual machine. So next, then install.
And the next, there will be a new tab that will activate the Windows PC there.
Yes. Sadly, we don't have a product key, so we
Yes,
click the
next.
I don't have a
I don't
product
have
key.
any product key.
Then how about this, Dave? We choose the Windows 10 Pro.
Yes, the Pro because it's
Yes.
more better.
Yes. So
It's Pro.
next. So let's accept the license terms. Then next. I think we need to custom. Then this one. So let's wait for the installation to be completed. So it's done. Then next step is set up. So let's just wait. It's a bit laggy. So I think we need to unmount the ISO file because it's just the setup loop. So we can remove this from the virtual dive and let's start. So in this screen, we're gonna choose a username. So we're just gonna wait for the setup to be completed. And then we're gonna input the username that we want. So we're gonna choose Philippines because we're here in the Philippines. So yes. Then yes. Skip for the basics. Setup. I think we need to skip this also. The network. So it is completed. So we're gonna set up for the personal use only. So I think we need to click offline account. Click limited experience. So Dave,
Yes, yes.
what name do you want to use, Dave?
We're going to use the last one, the Amgub. Amgub.
I'm good. Like this
Yes.
one. This is okay.
Yes. Yes, yes, that's good.
Yes. Make sure. Think we can click next. So next startup it will not require a password for us. Yeah, it's okay. Then we can turn off all the settings this screen. So accept. So let's skip again. Hi. So the setup is completed. Then the next step will be we gonna insert the guest addition CD image from. So let's insert devices, then insert, then click this one. Then we're gonna open folder to view the files. Uh, then click the installer. Then next. Install. Then we're gonna reboot the system. So it's done. We installed the Windows 10 in our VM. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for participating in our demonstration.
So okay guys, thank you. Hello, good day guys. Today we will gonna do the task 6. My name is Matthew Alamparo and my partner is
Dave Gubaton, and we're going to demonstrate the task 6 join Windows 10 to the main Windows Server 2016. So begin.
so let's go. So we're gonna
There's a tutorial video
yes
file.
tutorial. We gonna watch this tutorial. So we need to turn this on also. So let's check the network. So it's okay. Same network. So let's just wait. So right click, insert control alt delete, then the password. So the both VM is running. So next. So we gonna check the IP config. So let's input IP config.
Going to specify the IP address.
So we're gonna try to ping the default gateway. So yeah, it's working. So we gotta rename it to CCS WS01 for workstation 01. So I'll try ccs.com. Ooh. So we gotta check our servers. The so I'm checking the network. So we need to configure the Ethernet properties. So properties. So the DNS of our server is I think 10.10.10. So we're gonna try. And okay. Okay, close. So we're gonna try it again. Connect ccs.com. Still can't join the domain. So I'm gonna try it again. So change the DNS server again. I think this should work. So okay. Still can't. So I think we need to restart the system. So, hello guys. This is the continuation of our task 6 and I am Matthew Alambaro and this is
My
my
name is
partner
Dave.
and let's go. Let's continue the task 6 because we have the problem. So, we troubleshoot it. So, let's try. So, put password.
Now, as we try to log in, we are going to configure our Windows 10 domain window.
So, let's see the server we added. So, click this one. So it is okay. Then let's try to join the domain. Our domain name is zxc.iccs.com. So let's try. We are already in the same network. Success. Oh, okay. We are already connected to the ICCS AD domain. So it's okay now. Then see you in the next vid. Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys. Good day. My name is Dave Gubaton, and this is my partner.
Matthew L. Amparo.
And we're going to demonstrate the task 7, the setup DHCP server role. The DHCP server role is the DHCP, meaning Dynamic Host Configure Protocol, is a network management protocol used to automate the process of configuring device on IP networks, thus allowing them to use network service and any communication protocol. So there's a video provided in the in our file. We would just skip it to the we will just skip to the demonstration. The first few minutes it just explanation what is this DHCP. So let's start with opening our server management. See there. So start. We go to server management and let's select manage. Clicking the add roles and features. Let's go to the server selection. If you go to next, there's you must check the DHCP server.
So in our case, the DHCP server is already installed, so
So good.
we will not install it again. So what's the next step, Dave?
Oh, wait. When you install the DHCP, you already know that there's a confirmation of the DHCP administration and user. So when that is done, we could go to the DHCP tab in our left side, Sermat,
Uh, where, Dave?
DHCP, DHCP tab. You can see there our DHCP.
So you can see the address of the DHCP.
So
And
oh,
what's the next step?
let's click the tools at our right side, top right side, and click DHCP. You can see this is our DHCP console. There are, you can see there are. If you click that computer sign, there's the IP version 4 and 6 with all the labels in our content of RDC. So we'll use the IP version 4 because it is the most common. You can X the tab, Mr. Amparo.
I'll exit this tab.
Yes, yes.
The IP address has changed. Is that
Sorry, Matt. Would have to open again the DHCP in tools. So let's find our IP. V. Let's click that IPv, Mr. Aparo. The IPv computer. Top. Yeah, click.
This one.
Yes. Let's click the new scope to create. Uh, let's just next that and specify our scope name.
So what's
Uh,
our scope name?
let's just for our initials.
Like this one.
Yes, that's good.
Then the description.
Let's just put their task 7.
The next.
Yes. Uh, our starting IP address would be 192.168.0.2.0 and 2, and at the bottom 192.168.0.25254. So yeah, our it already configured our IT range. So let's
So next.
yes. So let's start with the IP address. Start IP address is 192.168.0.2 as our start, and our end IP address is 192.168.0.25. So after that, let's add. Then next, in this the list duration, we could just roll default 8 days. So let's start next. Just go with default and click yes and next.
This one. This
Yes,
choice.
yes. Just next. Our IP address would be 192.168.0.01 and
Then we
click
click
add.
add.
Yep. And next.
Next.
So we have to specify our domain name and then a server. And
So
see the our IP address is already 192.168.1. Then let's just next. So this is the one win server. See here, another IP address. But we don't have a win server, so because this is an out of date, so we'll just skip it and next. Oh, let's just click no for now. So let's finish.
so I think we need to activate this one.
As you can see, there's a new scope in our IP IPv4. Yes, let's start activate. So you can see here we have the address pools, address list and reservation and scope option. First, let's click the address pool. You can see here these are the IP address that we have added. Let's explore. Uh, let's click the list address list. See here we have this is where the users go and next the reservation. Uh, the reservation of Sir Amparo. So here is to add the reservation in on the action and the scope option. These are the option names, the router, and the server. Did we activate it already, Sir Amparo?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
So we have already have the HC scope. So let's next we will go with the DHCP reservation. So in the video, uh, in our guide video, we have to open our Oracle VM. And we have to grab the MAC address in our Windows 10 VM.
So we click settings, then I think system.
We still can't start it yet, Mr. Amparo. Yes. Let's right click the Windows VM.
It's okay.
Uh, uh, let's start the let's start the Windows 10 VM. So let's right click the Windows 10 VM.
And then
Show. Go to show.
and
So we're going to configure the Windows 10 with the HCP. Let's open the command prompt. So let's get our Mac command. Let's type the get Mac command.
like this one,
Uh, uh, it's dikit.
like that.
Ah, yes, yes.
So enter.
Ah, yes, enter. To get our Mac. So here our MAC address
So this one, 080027189995D.
yes.
So
If
these are MAC address.
there are two adapters, there would be a two also MAC address. So let's click the machine and setting it on our top of our Windows 10 VM settings. Let's then click the network tab and click adapter 2.
You can click
Ah,
adapter 2.
oh, yes, I see. Yes, of course. I uh, I missed the. We only have one adapter. Let's just click advance. So to see here, let's check the MAC address. It's 080027 a 1A995D. Here you can
So
yes, Sir Aparo.
so the MAC address is correct.
Yes. This is also where you can identify which adapter is present when you proceed with the get MAC command. Uh, do we have our DHCP server right, Sir Amparo?
Yes. We
Let's
already
go.
installed the HCP server. So let's go to the server 2016. Then what's the next step?
Hmm, uh, let's go with the server manager again, Mr. Aparo. Yes. Let's go back for like in the menu. Let's click tools and click the DHCP again. So let's expand the let's go with IP version 4 and let's click the scope. Get the scope. Right click the reservation tab and click the new. Can you see the new reservation? Yes. Let's just make the what should we name our reservation name, Sir Amparo? Just
I think our initials.
yeah, it's okay. Initials. Let's put the one for I Amgov one
Like
because
this one.
yes, it's our first new reservation. So let's organize. So let's put our address in 0 and 113. So in our MAC address, let's go back to the 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 MAC address, would just select the MAC address. Let's copy and paste the MAC address.
Where can we copy and paste the
I
MAC address?
let's just type it. We'll follow the command prompt. So 08 dash 00 dash 27.
Do we need to put in the dash or not?
Yes, let's put the dash.
So it's okay. We
No.
inputted the MAC address.
So we'll put description about the task 7. Let's just put task 7. That's our description. And just the support type will be both. We will use the TCP and BOOTP. Let's next.
So
So let's check our new reservation. Let's exit the. So you can see here there's our new reservation. Let's click the reservation again. We could see the our new reservation. I no, just click the arrow of the reservation, Sir Amparo.
this one?
No, the left side, the
This one?
arrow. Uh, Click the folder of the reservation.
This
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And right click. You can see. Let's click the configure option. So here you can is could edit our reservation. So in this we could edit our reservation. So let's X that option, and we could let's right click again the AppGov one and check our properties. See here, it is our assigned settings, the MAC address, description, and support types. Let's exit. Let's go back to the Windows 10. Check our new reservation. Let's go with the Windows button and go with network.
This one?
Yes, yes. Search for network. Network and sharing. There should be network and sharing center.
Think we will go to the network and internet. Then this one?
Yes. Let's click the Ethernet. And let's click the properties to check an IP version 4 there. So let's could you we could Mr. Amparo, let's click the bottom obtain the DNS.
This one?
Yes. And let's close it.
We're gonna click OK.
Yes. Okay. Let's go back to the command prompt. Just click the IP config. Could see there should be our new IP. IP address should be at IP version 4. Let's see. Wait. Uh, wait. There should be 192 0113, but as you can see there's a slight problem. Now let's go back again to the internet. Let's exit for let's exit. Let's click the net what do you call this, the network and sharing center. There should be ethernet 2. Mhm. There should be ethernet, another connection, but looks like we have only one. Hmm. But the process will still be the same. We will click the ethernet 2, the newly connected, to properties, and they click the IP version 4. You should be clicking the obtain IP address and the lower IP DNS. I what do you call this? ISDNS. That should connect with your new reservation, the IP. There should be an I. We should have connected by now, but there's a slight problem. Uh, there's a slight problem in our connection, but that's how you check the CP reservation and how to add the HCP reservation in setting up our DHCP server role. Those are the steps in completing this task. So, Mr. Amparo, do you have more
Uh,
remarks?
so we're gonna just configure this one. So for the task 8, we will have no any problems. And thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you all for watching.
So hello, good day everyone. Today we're gonna do the task 8 the managing and creating user accounts. My name is Matthew L. Amparo and my
My
partner is.
my name is Dave Gubaton. We're going to start our task 8 uh, video demonstration. So
And
there's a sample video in task 8. We are going to follow this video so that we could learn and use this as our managing and creating user accounts.
so let's start.
Hi, it's Paul Hill from ITfleet.com, and in this lesson, you are going to learn how to create and manage user accounts within Active Directory users and computers. This is the most common task that you need to fully understand if you want to have a successful career as a Windows Server administrator. So, if you want to work in the IT field as a help desk professional, a system administrator, server administrator, or a support specialist, you have to understand how to create user accounts and manage them. So, make sure that you pay attention if that's your goal. This is an now, when it comes to creating and managing user accounts, you really have two options. The first is to use the Active Directory Users and Computers console, or secondly, you can use the PowerShell command line. 9 out of 10 administrators prefer the Active Directory Users and Computers console because it's just easy. It has a graphical user interface. You can right click, you can type stuff in, you have an interface to walk you through things instead of just typing in commands. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Active Directory Users and Computers console. The way you can access that is by logging into your domain controller. And over here on the top right, we're going to select Tools and then Active Directory Users and Computers. You can see it here. It's about the 6 one down. So if we select this, have Active Directory pop up. Okay.
So we're gonna select I- Active Directory users and computers. Ay, tama ba to?
Now, if I expand my
Yes.
domain, we can see that I don't really have any kind of structure set up, just the default organizational units and containers. So if you're at your workplace, if you already have a structure set up, you should go with what you have. If you're following along in this lesson, then what we're going to do is create our own structure. So I'm going to pretend like we work for a company called IT Fleet. So the first thing I'm going to do is make an organizational unit called IT Fleet. So I'm going to right click on the root domain and we're going to choose new and we're going to choose organizational unit. Now I'm going to call this.
So what's the video said? We're going to check our Active Directory or
So we're gonna click new, then click organizational unit.
yes. This will be
IT.
steps
We click OK.
or user management.
And then inside of this,
You can see
Oh,
created a new file, a new folder. Yeah,
so what's the name, Dave?
ah,
What you want? ACCS.
let's go with yeah, CCS. It's more easy to remember.
I want to have IT domain so that we create our own structures. So I'm going to pretend like we work for a company called IT Fleet. So you work with people who just computers, no unit. And I'll choose new, and we're going to say organizational unit.
So it's the same step. So we're gonna do it.
And I'm going to type administrators as the first, and I'll click OK. And then we'll do the same thing again. Right click on IT Fleet, choose new, and we're going to select organizational unit, and we'll make one for just users. So we'll just call this domain users. Okay. Okay, now we have some kind of structure within our domain. Of course, this type of designing is entirely up to you, and how you want to organize your Active Directory objects is your decision. And you might decide to put both administrators and regular users in the same OU, or you might decide to put them in separate OUs like I did. What I'm going to do is create a new user account for myself under the administrators OU because I want myself to be an admin since I am an admin. So I'm going to right click on this administrators OU, and we'll choose new, and we're going to choose user. So far, we've been using the administrator account that was set up by default on the server. Now, this practice is generally frowned upon in the security world, as shared user accounts are considered a bad practice. Because if you have 5 administrators and they're all using the same account, if one person deletes a file or steals a file, and you look in the logs and everyone's using the same account, it's going to be hard to tell who actually completed the change or whatever the case was. It's better to create new user accounts and only use the default administrator account as a backup. So I'm going to enter in my first name. Now press tab and tab again. And my last name, pressing the tab key helps you quickly navigate these wizards. So I'll just press tab. And for the user logon name, I'm going to type in paul.hill. You'll notice there's a separate logon for pre-Windows.
So we will gonna add the we're gonna add user to our administrators. Then we're gonna click new, then click user. So I'm gonna input your name, Dave. Is
Yes,
that
go ahead.
okay?
Yes, I will be the first user.
Your user login name will be Dave.Kubaton.
2000. Now, this field adapts your user logon name to a format that is acceptable by older server operating systems, anything before Windows 2000. For example, if your user logon name was longer than 20 characters, it'll be truncated in the Windows 2000 logon name. Okay, so if we had 25 characters up here, it'd only show the first 20 down here. All right, so we're going to click next. And on the next screen, we're asked to set up our user's password. Now, I'm going to enter the password that I want to use for my account. Just type that in. See if I can type it in right. Okay, so I'll type it in again to confirm it. And then what I'm going to do, since I'm creating this account for myself, I'm going to uncheck the user must change the password at the next logon. Generally, how a new account creation works is that you will create the account with an Active Directory using a temporary password, something like password 1 or whatever you decide to use. It's hopefully a little more complex than password 1. Once you create that account, you will provide the new user, the person who's going to be using the account, the username and their temporary password. Since we're creating the user account for ourselves, we do not need to use a temporary password, and we will not want to change it once we log in. So I'm going to enter the password I actually want to use right here. And by the way, I'm just making it the same as the administrator account just to keep things simple. When I'm using these home labs, I like to just use the same password for everything. That way I don't have to worry about forgetting anything or something silly like that. Now, if we check this user cannot change password option box, just like it sounds, it will not allow the user to change password. Now, this is useful for service accounts when you're not using an MSA like we talked about before. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to need to check this particular checkbox. It obviously makes your account less secure, so if security is a concern at all, do not check this checkbox. The password never expires checkbox is also useful if you're creating a service account and not using an MSA. Basically, if you're creating the account with this user interface and you know it's going to be a service account and it's going to be used by, an application and not an actual real person. Now, some people do want to check this on their own accounts so that they don't have to change the password every 90 days or whatever the policies are for your workplace. Again, if security is a concern at all at your workplace, you do not want to check this checkbox. The account is disabled checkbox is a good way to create an account for future use that is not ready to be used yet. So for example, if you're working in a classroom environment and you know you have students coming in and they're going to need to be able to log into the computers, you might create the account 2 weeks ahead of time and just check this checkbox and make sure the account is disabled so that it cannot be used until they get there. And of course, when they arrive and they're trying to log in, you'll need to come back and uncheck this checkbox so that the account is enabled and it's able to be used. All right, so what we're going to do now is just click next and click finish, and we can see that the account has been created.
So
So we're gonna click next, then uncheck
password.
this checkbox, then we're gonna use the same password, Dave.
Yes. So what are going to check the Mr. Amparo?
Uh, Click next, then finish. So
We have
as you
our
can
first.
see, we have the user for the administrators.
Yes. We have our
We're
first
gonna go
account.
back. Yes, we're gonna go back from the tutorial.
Now, first thing we're going to do, since this is supposed to be an administrator account, at this point we can see the type is just a regular user. So if we double click on the object here, we can go to the member of tab. And we can see that it's just part of the domain users. Now, to make this account a domain administrator, we need to add the domain admin's membership. And the way you do that is by clicking on the add button. Now we just need to type in domain admins, and then we'll click check names, and we can see that it underlined the name here, so we can tell that it found it. So if we click OK, we can see that this is now a domain admin user. Now we could set this to the primary group, but we can
So let's click properties, then go to member of tab. Then we're gonna add Dave Cubaton as a domain admin. So domain admin. So we're gonna check names, then it's being underlined, then click OK. And go back.
see here there's no need to change the primary group unless you're using Macintosh clients, which we're not using. So just click OK and leave it just fine like that. Okay, so now we have our user account created. Now, one thing I want to show you is how to search and find users or any type of object within Active Directory. We talked about this a bit in the past, but I'm going to demonstrate it to you since we're talking about creating and managing user accounts. Now, every once in a while you'll get, you'll need to pull up a certain user and you'll just get a first name and a last name. And in our domain, it would be pretty simple to find because we know we can go under IT Fleet and we can either look in domain users or administrators. And some companies have hundreds of OUs and thousands of users, so it's not that simple. So what you need to do is click this little search button at the top where it says Find Objects in Active Directory Domain Services. And what we would need to do is choose Users, Contacts, and Groups. And then under the In box, we're going to search Entire Directory. And we're going to type in the name of the person. So if we're searching for Paul Hill, you can see that it popped up with my account. Now, 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to find a user account. We search in what we top where it says Find Object Entire Directory, and we're going to type in the name of the person. So if we're searching for Paul Hill, you can see that it popped up with my account. Now, 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to find a user account if you're looking for one. You could also go into the advanced and search under fields with a particular user like division, email address, fax number. Say if they're not coming up with their username or their first and last name, but you happen to know their email address, you could go here into user. You could type in email address and say, it's paul.hill@itfleet.com. And you could search for it that way. You could also do employee ID. So there's other ways to search, but 9 times out of 10, you don't need to go into this advanced field. Just typing in their name will be good enough. Okay. Now, a lot of times when you're searching for users like this, the reason why you'll be doing it is to either unlock their account or reset their password. And I can't talk to you about creating and managing user accounts in Active Directory without telling you about resetting passwords. It's really simple, but I just want to run you through it. So what you do, once you find the user account that you're looking for, if I called in and say, hey, my name is Paul Hill, I need you to reset my password, and I think I locked my account out, this is what you would do. You say, okay, I'm going to find you. So you go up here and click Find Objects in Active Directory Domain Services. And you First, we'll change this to entire directory, and we will search for Paul Hill. The reason why we choose entire directory is the most broad search you can do. We could just do the domain if you knew that information. If you didn't have any idea, you just choose entire directory. Once you find the user account, you right click and choose reset password. Now, this is the same as that second window when we created the new user account. We have an unlock the account and we have user must change password at next logon. An important thing to keep in mind here is the account lockout status on this domain controller. And we can see that my account is unlocked. If the account was locked, you'd want to check this checkbox down here. Since it's unlocked, there's no need to do it, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and check it anyway. Now we could create a new password like password 1234, with some exclamation marks and things like that. And we would want the user to change the password at the next logon, and then you would just click OK. I can just do this for demonstration purposes. So if I just create a new password here, we can see that if I just click OK, password for Paul has been changed. So you would just give that password back to them. And sometimes they don't even know what their username is. So the way that you get that is just double click on the account and go over here to account. And you can see user logon name is listed there. Okay. So that's how you would find a user account and reset the password. I'm telling you, password resets are like one of the most common things that happen when you're working on a domain controller or you're administrating a network, especially if you have a lot of users. Password resets keep you in business and keep you busy. So one last thing that we could do is go under the users container and we can find the domain administrators. All right. Now this is a security group. If you remember, when we created our new user account, we added them to this group. So if we double click on this group and we choose members, we can see that Paul Hill is a member of the domain admins group. Okay. What I'm going to do now is log into that paul.hill user account that we just reset the password on and demonstrate what happens when you're prompted to reset the password or when you check that checkbox that says user must change password at the logon. So I'm going to click on this Windows button. We're going to choose the administrator and we're going to say sign out. I'm going to hit right control and delete. And over here on other user, choose other user. And I'm going to say paul.hill. Should I spell that right? And I'll type in my password. We'll press enter. And here we can say user's password must be changed before signing in. So now I'm forced to create a new password, and I'm not allowed to use that temporary password that was issued by the administrator. And we'll click the next arrow. Oh, and it's saying the value provided for the new password does not meet the length, complexity, or history requirements. All right. So now I have to type in that temporary password again. And I'm going to type in a more secure password. Because I love to use my non-secure passwords. I'll press enter, and now it is changing the password, okay? Your password has been changed, hit OK, and now it will load my desktop. All right, so now I'm logged in as paul.hill, and I'm a domain administrator, and that is how you manage user accounts. And what we've covered is creating user accounts, adding them to groups. We did the domain administrators group, and we learned how to search for users and reset user passwords, okay? So I hope you found this lesson useful. You're going to be doing this all the time, especially if you work in the help desk field or even as a system administrator. If you're the go-to Active Directory guy, you're going to have to know how to do this. This is just, you cannot get away without understanding how to do this. So I hope you found this useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.
So that's all, guys. So thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching our tutorial.
So bye.
Uh, Good evening. My name is Dave Gawaton from BSIT 3B. I'm going to have my reflection in our server server administration. Sir Blaman has teach us and help us learn more of the networking side of the IT department. Uh, in this in our in our discussion and task, You've learned to setting up virtual machines, setting up Windows Server, configure Windows Server 2016 until that was our prelim. This was the very start of our server management. So we needed, and in prelim, I lost my computer because due to the incompatibility of our unit of my unit. My grouping is Matthew Amparo, and he had to step up for me because I have no PC, so I have to reformat. So in that the PC in server administration you must have a very compatible PC for own use only for these types of uh, these types of work and see until in finals we have managed to lastly in the task 8 task 8 in our user management. this this could help in very much in office environment, using computer work, creating a better network and security, and the setting up of DHCP server role. This would the the configuration of this setup was in our case with my group is very difficult because we had to set up the right IP networks and IP networks with no typographic errors, and we should discuss those and address difficulties, conflicts in the submit of an IP address. And the last, more like last, there's also running Windows 10 with the main Windows because Windows Server 2016 is the most used in the service or in the networking department. But in my insights is that it helped me for me it helped me learn more of the server administration an of a network of a company, much like in a I much like a much like programming the web dev, like the networking side of the IT or in the company is for by back end. This pretty much juggling data in the network. So these are my insights in in the server, what you call this, the server administration. So thank you for listening, and thank you, sir, for teaching us one last time. In the next time. Sorry, sir. Thank you.